Alright, and I've held off on doing something in Minecraft for a very long time. But I think today what we're gonna do is we are actually going to stop holding off on it and actually do it. Now, as all of you probably know, this mob right here, the Warden, was added in 1.19, and I still actually have not gone to an ancient city in like survival, hardcore, creative, nothing. So today, we're going to fight the Warden. But to fight the Warden, we're going to find an end city. And before I do that, we need food. So what we're going to do is we are going to AFK at the Hogland farm to get a bunch of food for this trip. Alright, and while I was AFK, some of my farm burnt up. But we were AFK for a good amount of time, and we have a really good amount of food. So we're gonna grab all of this and throw it in a shulker box. Also, for those of you people who are really attentive to details and saw the little microphone on the bottom left of my screen when I first did the intro, that is the mod that we have installed for my SMP, which is proximity chat. By the way, episode 1 of that is either out by the time this video gets out or is being edited. Alright, so we have our shulker box of food. We are also going to need at least 2 full shulker boxes of totems. So let's top off our second box, because knowing me, I'm probably going to pop a lot of totems during this. I think also what I'm going to do is I am going to 1v1 the Warden with a little help from these guys. We are going to do the Warden versus 100 iron golems. Another thing that'll probably be a good idea to bring is going to be a lot of wool. Since if you run on wool, the Warden actually can't hear you. So we're going to need lots of that. And that should be enough wool for now. And now to make the iron golems, we're going to have to shear a bunch of pumpkins, because apparently now you have to shear them to make them be like carved pumpkins for iron golems. Not too sure why they added that. Now, of course, I'm going to need more pumpkins and iron blocks than what I have now. And I'm also going to need more equipment than what I have, because you know, I've never fought the Warden before, so I'm going to come completely over-prepared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run around and grab all the materials that we're going to need for this, and then I'll just come back when we have it all, and then we'll get to searching for an ancient city.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Alright, and I am back with most of the materials that we're probably going to need for killing the Warden. Also, I did want to top off my firework box, since we are going to be going on a little adventure. So now we just gotta grab a bunch of sugarcane and gunpowder, and now we just make a crap ton of rockets. And we're also gonna do the same with all of our food. Now there's a couple things that I want to get done before we actually head out to killing the Warden, and one of those is to try to find my first enchanted golden apple. So we're gonna grab some obsidian, grab a flint and steel, and we are going to head out in search of desert temples. Now I know you're probably thinking, why don't you just go to the ancient city and get an enchanted golden apple? Now, I would do that, but I kind of want to make it feel like me killing the Warden is unlocking the ancient city for me. So I cannot loot the ancient city until I kill the Warden. So we are going to find the golden apple the good old-fashioned way. Now, I don't think there is a desert around here anywhere. So while I'm in this like sort of mountainous biome, I am going to search for an ancient city in here. But with the river here and there's an ocean nearby, I don't think we're going to find an ancient city in here. But I will just give a peek. Well, we stumbled across this mountain while we were looking for a desert. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a peek under here, because this is where ancient cities spawn. We're going to go ahead and dig down. I kind of knew that was going to happen. All right, and as I was digging down right here, I ran into this. Okay, so we have found an ancient city. Now, am I going to do it right now? No. So I'm going to mark down the coordinates to this, and we are 100% going to come back to this. You know, I'm starting to think, you know what? I'll kill the Warden, and I think the reward for killing the Warden will be the golden apple. And how in the world, sir, did you possibly get up here? Who else hates the wandering trader as much as I do? Alright, so one of the things I wanted to do before we go to the ancient city is actually head back over to my ocean monument. And I wanted to add more villagers to the mix. This time we are going to do my clerics, and we might as well throw in some of my smoker guys. So I don't know what they're called exactly, but we'll call them smokers. But it seems like I may need to AFK here for a little bit just to have my villagers actually grow up.
The next day.
Alright, well, I definitely didn't fall asleep while I was AFK. So these guys were up and breeding for about 6 hours. So, I mean, let's see how many villagers are down here. Okay, it looks like a few got out somehow. Sir, what are you doing down here? Okay, he doesn't want to talk. But we do have a really decent amount of villagers. Now it's time to throw them all back into the monument. That way we can finally get this whole thing finished off. Alright, there we go. Now we have all the butchers in here. Now the next ones I'm going to do are going to be the clerics in this back room right here. And these cleric villagers will actually become super important for future episodes because they will actually sell me redstone. So I will not have to go mining for redstone at all. And with my raid farm, I have infinite emeralds, so infinite redstone, which means for infinite farms that I can make in the future. Alright, and that's enough working with the villagers done for today. And we are ready for going netherite mining at the end of today's episode, which I might do a lot more because I have a lot of gunpowder saved up and a lot of sand. So I think today we're going to try to get like maybe 2 or 3 blocks of netherite. We will see. Now, before I head to the ancient city, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to decorate the river. I'm going to make it look good, and we're going to have this done, and we're going to try to turn it into like an ocean type river, because you're not going to find like coral in rivers, but we're gonna make one. So obviously, first things first, we're gonna need a lot of sand for this, as well as a lot of blocks from the coral reef. Now basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna line the entire river with sand. Alright, so now that we have the river pretty much, you know, full of sand and all that, I will work on it more later, but pretty decent. It looks more like the ocean, in my opinion. I think it needs more gravel and maybe a bit of bone meal to get some life in there. And of course, if you're going to make a river, there is one thing that of course can make and break it. And that of course is going to be tropical fish. And hey, at least I'm not putting them in an aquarium. How in the world is there just a single tree on fire in the middle of nowhere? Like, there's no lava pit anywhere, and there's just a tree on fire. Now basically what we do is we're just gonna add all of our fish to our river. Alright, there we go, and I say we did a pretty good job on the river. Of course, not all of it is done because I want to get to the main bit. It's time to actually go and do something with the ancient city. And there's a few different ways we can go about this, but I think the easiest one that I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the ancient city. I'm gonna cover up all the shriekers with wool. That way I cannot spawn any wardens, and then I'm going to leave one that does not have any wool on it that I will spawn the warden in. I will get it to chase me to a hole, and I will drop it down in the hole where there will be 100 iron golems waiting for it. This could go terribly wrong or very good. We will find out. Now, of course, just to be a little more over-prepared, I am going to grab a lot more wool, since of course I'm going to be bridging with wool everywhere down there, so it'll be nice to know that I have an amount that totally exceeds what I'll need. Alright, and as I was gathering materials to actually go into the ancient city, I did some research on how to make this as easy as possible. And I stumbled upon just covering up pretty much every single shrieker with wool, and then getting rid of all the skull sensors around them. Because I had never actually done this before, so it was nice to actually have a plan going into this. So basically my plan was to get in, wool the shriekers, destroy the sensors, and then destroy the shriekers as well. There we go, that's definitely enough wool that I'll be needing for this. Of course, before I go, I'm gonna bring an ungodly amount of totems because, I mean, yeah, I'm scared. All right, and right here is the chords that I gotta go to. By the way, everyone, we did hit day 1000. All right, and right here on this block are the exact chords. Okay, and my portal spawned me in a cave. What we're gonna do is we're actually, instead of digging straight down, since I know we'll plop right into the ancient city, we're gonna make a staircase. Actually, one thing I want to do is I want to have enough torches when I go down there, since I'm going to want to light up the entire place, since I will be transforming the ancient city in a future episode. And there it is. There's our first little glimpse of the deep dark. And here we are. We are right above the ancient city. If I can, I'm going to try to mine and find a way in without having to fall in, pretty much. So what we're going to do is we're going to mine this way and just see if we can find like a little entrance in. All right. We're kind of in, but now the problem is if I jump down there and take fall damage, will these go off? But you know what? I can try to place a wool block. I say we just go for it. Alright, there we go. We're in. We are in the ancient city. All right, well, we've already set off a warden completely on accident. We're just gonna wait for him to despawn, and then we're gonna go around and we're going to wool up pretty much all the shriekers. Now, before I went into the ancient city, I did research on how to take care of the warden when he spawns. I did not actually realize that it would take 3 skulk shriekers to go off before he actually spawned. So little did I know that I was hiding from a warden that wasn't even there. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break it. And what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna just torch up all the areas that I have, you know, de-wardened. Doesn't look like there's any shriekers in this area, so I'm gonna risk it and put a torch down. Okay, yep, we're good over here. Alright, apparently not over there. Alright, this time a warden actually came out. So we're gonna leave him over there, and we're gonna head back this way. Oh, there he is up there.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
Alright, there we go, and he finally left. So it does take a little while for the warden to leave. Eventually they do. I don't think there's any more shriekers around this one, so I'm gonna go for it. Of course there is. Oh, there he is. Look at him. Well, I'm gonna leave him to do his thing. We're gonna go back over here and find that one shrieker that spawned the first one. I would love to find Swift Sneak to make this a lot easier. So you know what? I think we should try grab that chest right there to see if there's a... Okay, so there's 3 shriekers around here. There we go. I think we can open up our first chest now. Well, it really didn't have much in it.
Bruh.
Alright, well, in our second chest, we did get some disc fragments. That's very good. And look at this diamond hoe that we got. So we'll be taking that. And we did get a sharpness 3 book, but that's not the book we're looking for. We will have to check every little nook and cranny for all of these shriekers, since I want every single one of them gone. So I think right here is our little safe area. There's no deep dark in this little area, so we're going to use this as our safe area. Why in the world is he looking at me like that? Crawl back underground. I got nothing to do with you. Dang, he is really big, though. For real though, him just standing up there in that heartbeat is super scary. Yeah, you go back underground. Oh, we got 2 chests right here, so this will be perfect. There we go, everybody, with Swift Sneak 3. That is absolutely perfect, because now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw those right on my pants. There we go, and oh my goodness, does this feel so much better. Wow, those are probably the worst diamond leggings I've ever seen. Now I'm much more comfortable with accidentally spawning a warden and then having to run. Break this. Perfect. Alright, yeah, another chest. Wow, this one was even worse than all of them. Even though I spawn another warden, I can make a speedy getaway. Well, I found Shriekerland. There's 5 of them over here. 7 of them. Alright, and we found another chest. I do believe all the Shriekers around it are wooled up. So could this be our first god apple? Please let it be. No, but we did get another diamond horse armor. Okay, well, there is another 3 of them up here. Well, we did get a music disc, so we will take that. And I guess, you know what? We might as well take the candles, because I don't know how to make them yet. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. We just got 2 god apples for our basically first and second ones. That is absolutely insane. And we are slowly but surely making our way through this ancient city. You know, definitely putting Swift Sneak on right away was the right idea, because it has become so much easier to maneuver around. And okay, this is Warden Zone right here. If I put a wall here, I don't think it'll be able to send signals through it. There we go. Okay, but of course that one did. Alright, well, I went for a double kill. So I got a double kill on one of the Shriekers over there, and, well, one spawned. But we are slowly making our way back in that corner. So I think we'll have, like, most of the the ancient city from like over there to this corner to that corner. Then I'll have to go back there and there. So we're almost halfway done. And then of course I'm gonna have to set up the trap to make the warden fall into, where he will meet 100 iron golems. You're gonna have fun with that, buddy. And I wanna try this. I'm gonna see if I can silk touch it. I know you can. So we're gonna go ahead and grab it. Alright, perfect. I'll be honest, the new scariest sound of Minecraft has 100% gotta be the warden's heartbeat. I'm sure you all will agree with me on that. You know, watching him walk through like these tunnels is actually really cool. It makes me think what the ancient city would be like if wardens were like spawned in already. There was like maybe 5 wardens that were just scattered around the city, just walking around it like that. And then you had to like come through and sneak around to try to get all of your loot. So if I have any word of advice for anyone that is going to do this in their hardcore world, bring a lot of wool. I'm down to my last 35. You will use it all. Let's see what we get in these chests. And nothing. All right, well, both of them really didn't have much. Again, this has kind of been a bust for chest. I mean, this is really all I've gotten. I mean, the 2 god apples are really, really good. But other than that, the chests here have kind of been a disappointment. All right, so quick recap of what I've done so far. This entire side of the ancient city over here is fully done. There's the tower over there. Oh, there's a chest up there that I missed. Let's go grab that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like this entire side is fully done. And then there's like one other side that I have to do. And then I'm gonna have to go back and grab more wool and then grab some more items to get ready for the trap. So I think I've just about got 3/4 of the entire thing done pretty much. I got the whole middle and I got 3 corners. I think there's just 1 corner left, which is this one over here. But I think what I'm gonna do for now is I'm actually going to head back. I'm gonna need to get more wool since I am out. Where is this thing? Oh, and it feels so nice to be home and actually able to run without having to worry about spawning a freaking one-tapping mini-boss. So good news is we now are masters of the ancient city. We now know exactly what to do down there and how the warden works. So now what we're gonna do is we just need to grab a bunch more wool and then we will head back. All right, I've realized now with the new update to the warden, he has his sonic boom cannon. And the way I need to kill him is to lead him into a trap that he'll fall down into. So now the only problem is how do I get the warden to follow me without shooting me? I think it's time to do some research. And after a little bit of research, I figured out that the best way to distract the warden without him shooting you is to either use eggs or snowballs. So we're gonna use snowballs. All right, and I've done a little bit of research and it turns out that you can actually lure the warden into a trap with snowballs. So we are going to head over here to my little tiny snow biome that I have and just grab a bunch of snowballs. All right, now that we have everything, it's time to head back to the ancient city. All right, now it's time to get all of our wool out because that's incredibly important for this. Now we gotta go clear out that last final corner that we didn't get to. All right, so we cleared out that corner over there. Now I think this is the only corner left. So I think this is our last like few shriekers over here. I'm just gonna cover them all up and then I'll come back and break them. But we're on the final stretch pretty much. All right, let's see what we get in this chest. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. We got another 2 enchanted golden apples from the chest. I think right next to the other chest that we got them from. I'm pretty sure that we got all the shriekers in the city. I'm gonna go around and do a final check, and I'm also gonna break all the sensors, but I'm pretty sure we've got everything. All right, well, kind of feels nice having this whole city to myself. So what we're going to do is we're gonna head back up the way we came because that's where the deep dark is. There's a whole other section above the ancient city, and that's where we're gonna make our trap because that way we can dig down. So we're gonna head up there. First thing we're gonna do, we are quickly going to head over here, and I think what we're gonna use is we're probably gonna use this one. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna build a path this way that the warden can run on and then fall right down into a pit. Trust me, zombie, this is out of your league. But so basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna spawn the warden and hopefully he spawns up here. We're gonna have a little safe platform kind of over here, or you know what, yeah, let's do it over here. So we're gonna have a safe platform right here that I can run up and him down on. All right, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop him down right in here. So I think now it's time to just get to mining out this trap. All right, I think now that we are all set and ready to go, so go ahead, spawn the Warden and get this over with. All right, well, that's definitely the most fun way to farm the Warden. It's really fun watching Minecraft's like gigaboss that was never supposed to be killed just get tossed around for fun. All right, now it is time to use all the gunpowder that I had been saving up to start making our TNT. And there we go. I'd say this is a pretty decent amount of TNT. I'm expecting I'll get a pretty decent amount of ancient debris from that. Now basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to build just one super long tunnel and just keep the same tunnel going. And if I run into lava like that, I'll just go a different direction. All right, and I think that's good enough for our first row. So now we just got to dig out in here and just throw away a bunch of blocks that we have. Now we just get to placing TNT. Alright, well, it wasn't too bad. We did get 15 from that row, but we definitely could have got more. Alright, there we go. So we got a pretty long tunnel going on here. I don't know how long it is, but it feels like it's like a couple thousand blocks. So now basically, instead of placing them every other block, we're just going to fill it up completely because the TNT chain kept breaking last time. Alright, well, this TNT chain is like 8 stacks of TNT long. This is going to be the big one. Well, you know it's going to be a good row when you find 2 just mining it. All right, and we're down to our last 2 stacks of TNT. So go ahead and blow this one up and hopefully we'll get to 1 stack of ancient debris. And this will probably be our last tunnel. All right, and last tunnel is away. All right, and at the end of everything, after all the TNT we used, we got a stack and 6. It's not bad. It could have been a heck of a lot better. I didn't have good luck. There's got to be different mining methods that I don't know about. So if you guys have any methods, then please do leave them down below. All right, perfect. Now we are going to throw all of our ancient debris into the furnace. All right, and now we take all of our netherite scraps, combine them all with some gold, and now we have 23 netherite ingots. And now with the 23 netherite ingots, we can make 2 blocks. And honestly, that's not even that bad. We are making some progress. But there we go, everybody. I hope every single one of you enjoyed. Now, like I said, in the future, I might try to kill the Warden without any armor or totem. I did find a way, it just takes a while. Again, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.